Buddy, today is Tuesday, October 8th. It's 11:58 a.m. and I got an offer from Uber Eats to go to Target and shop for 4 items. I'm gonna get $15.01 for 4.3 miles. All right, I got a whole bunch of mouse traps, and look at this one. I got cheese and sunflower seeds. I guess they're trying to trap some mice. While I got it all in the car, that was the first time I ever shopped for mouse traps, and I couldn't find them. I was like wandering the store looking for them, and I'm like, where are these mouse traps? And I ended up in the home improvement section, and they sure as heck weren't over there. They had some other pesticide stuff for like flying insects, but they didn't have mouse traps. And so I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to ask for help, because the app said they were in aisle A42, and when I went to aisle A42, all they had was laundry detergent. I'm like, wow, this doesn't even equate to a mouse trap. So I can't find it. So I asked the lady for help. She looked it up on her device, and it said A42. So she went with me to A42, and then we walked down the entire aisle of A42 with all the laundry detergent, and on an end cap on the other side were the mouse traps. So yeah, so I found them, and then I got the rest of the stuff that they needed, the cheese and the sunflower seeds and all that good stuff. So that's all done, and now I'm gonna fight traffic now. There's a whole bunch of cars up ahead, and I'm gonna be driving 2.7 miles, 8-minute drive. It's a meet at the door. It says, but then it says, please leave at door, don't knock. But I need a pin. So, all right, I will see you in a few minutes at the drop-off. All right, I made it past the guard, and I just got a couple more minutes until I get there. I'm in one of these fancy $1 million neighborhoods, and the customer instructions were to just leave it at the door, but it requires a pin, so I messaged them, letting them know that I would need the pin if they want me to just leave it at the door, and they sent me the pin number, so I'm good. So all I gotta do now is get there. And obviously they must get a lot of mice up here, because there is nothing here but wilderness. So I can understand why they need mouse traps. What I don't understand is, if you're a millionaire and you live up here, why are you not hiring an exterminator to manage your pest problem? Why are you contacting an Uber Eats driver or a delivery driver to bring you some mouse traps? It just seems kind of unusual. But you know, it takes all kinds. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. So maybe the pest control people are booked. There's just nobody available to come out to help them with their problem. And so this is like their way of dealing with it right now. Until the pest control guy shows up, they're gonna have me come out and be the person that brings them the mouse traps. Oh boy, it's one of these huge houses too. Oh boy, I gotta put my hazards on. All right, I'm gonna go deliver it. It's all delivered, and I didn't have any internet at the door, so it was just spinning. And this road is really narrow, so now I'm coming all the way around to turn around because the road is so darn narrow. Oh boy, this is a wild place, man. They're still building houses up here, so this is obviously a really new home that they just built. It is just like surrounded by houses that are still under construction. Time is 12:50 p.m. and I got an offer from DoorDash to go to 7-Eleven first and then go to Lucille's Smokehouse Barbecue. I'm gonna get $15.50 for 6.8 miles. I got the order from 7-Eleven and there was a long line. I was in there for I don't know how long, 5-10 minutes, and I finally got the order. So it's 2 gallons of water, and the lady that works there, she's always just kind of odd in her demeanor, so I had to be very patient because she tries to be very thorough and go by the book for everything, but at the same time she has a hard time doing things quickly. Like she likes to do everything at her own pace, so everything just takes a little bit longer to get things done. So I guess that's her business. So I'm like, well, if you like to go at that pace, then I can't say anything. I'm just gonna go at your pace until you hand me my order. So she did. Now I'm going 3 minutes from here for a 1 mile drive to Lucille's. There was no waiting for the Lucille's order. I just had no internet, so I couldn't hit the I've arrived button and find out the name of the customer. So I had to log into the shopping mall's free Wi-Fi to get a signal, and this is a gift. So I made sure this time. Last time I had a problem where it was a gift and I said the name of the person receiving the gift and they didn't have the order, and all this drama ensued because of that. So now, once I saw it was a gift, I said both names. I go, it could be under this name or this name. They said, yeah, we have it. I'm like, okay, good. So now I'm gonna go 2-minute drive, 0.6 miles. I'm going to a house and it's a leave at the door. It past the guard and it's going to come up real quick on the left, and I'm just dropping off the 2 gallons of water. Oh, it's coming up real quick. Let's see, is it this one? No. I'm going to turn into their driveway. This one right here. Right here. The delivery was successful. I just had no internet, so I had to play with the phone to get a signal. There must be something going on with the cell phone towers in this area today, because I've just been having nothing but cell phone connection problems, but what can you do? Now I'm going off to another, looks like it's what's this, an apartment? Yeah, it's an apartment. It's a handed to me 9 minutes from here, 3-mile drive. I don't think this is going to be an easy drop off. This particular building, if it's the one I'm thinking of, the doors are secured, so you can't get access to the front doors. Well, it's a mix. It's like part of the, like, there's one particular building you can go inside because there's like a There's like a leasing office, so you can go inside and you can get access to the elevators and all that stuff. And then there are some buildings you can't get in at all without the customer coming downstairs to meet you. And then there's a few where the door actually is on the exterior of the building, and you can access their door and, you know, just knock on their door and they'll come to the door. So it's kind of like a mix. So since the person didn't give me their building number, it's going to be a little bit tricky finding where they're at. So it may take a while. All right, well, I've confirmed that it's a very, very difficult building to get into. I mean, the only hope is that he's at the main building, but it doesn't look like it based on the numbers that I'm seeing. So I'm gonna have to somehow get inside of the building. So hopefully somebody will let me in. Oh boy, this is gonna be tricky. All right, I snuck in, so that part is done. So now comes the fun part, trying to find where it's at. So maybe they put in their directions, they dropped a pin where it's at. That would be nice. I hope they're not in one of these really big buildings that are really hard to get into. Oh, let's see. It looks like they are in one of the more difficult buildings to get into. Yeah. Yeah, they're in one of the difficult buildings to get into. Just great. And they're not answering the text messages. They're not responding to my communications. And it's always tricky to find the front door for these buildings. They are massive. So I gotta go real slow and try to figure out where the front door is. Oh boy. Not fun at all, everybody. This is one of the ones that I do not like. Let me see. Maybe I've been to this building before. Let's see. I sort of remember that this building has an entrance on this side, and you just have to wait for somebody to come out in order for you to get in. So let me see. Usually I turn here, but that's not it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. There's the code box. Now I have to wait for somebody. Great. Wow, that was really hard. That was a very difficult delivery. What made it really difficult was that when I messaged the customer to let them know I was here and what's the code to go into the building, I wasn't talking to the person receiving the order. I was talking to the person who ordered the food, you know, the gifter of the order. And so when I was talking to them, they were confused and they were trying to tell me where they were at. And I needed to know where the gift recipient was at. So I scrolled down to the section of the gift recipient and called them directly. And I was at the correct building. The first person told me I'm at the wrong building, and they described their building where they were at. And I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. There's no building around here like that. And so then I realized, oh wait, let me try scrolling down. And I saw it, and I called the actual person receiving the gift, and they came running down the stairs. They came out into the parking lot, and they got the food. So that was a very hard delivery. On a scale of 1 to 10, that was about an 8 in difficulty. The only reason why it wasn't a 10 in difficulty is that it didn't require me to travel a great distance, and of course the items that they ordered were not extremely heavy. So that's why it wasn't a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. So I think that's going to be it for today. One more may come in, but it's 1:33 p.m. right now, and I want to be back home by 2. So you're either going to see one more delivery, or you're just going to see the next day's episode. All right, here we go. All right, I got one more coming in, and it's from DoorDash. I'm going to be going to Vons and shopping for 4 items. I'm going to get $11.25 for 3.5 miles. I got everything, including a giant case of water, because you can't go to the grocery store without ordering a case of water. How could you possibly even think to do your shopping without getting water? You gotta have it. It's just absolutely a necessity. I'm gonna be going 4 minutes from here, 1.2 miles. I'm going to a house. It's a leave at the door. Well, the traffic might be a little bit congested since it's almost time for people to go to pick up their kids from school. So we'll see how many problems I encounter. This is why I usually work until 2 o'clock, because I don't like to deal with all of this traffic. Coming up on the neighborhood, I don't think there's a gate, because there's a gate and I have no gate code. Last one too. Customer responded with a gate code after I sent them a message. We are in business. I was stuck at the gate for just a minute while I waited for them to respond to my message requesting the gate code. It's going to be a house, I believe, on the right-hand side. Coming up in just a few more feet. Let me make sure I get the address right. Is it this first house on the right? It is. It's the first house right next to this spooky one straight ahead. Today is Wednesday, October 9th. It's 11:18 a.m. and I got an offer from DoorDash to go to Cubanidad and then go to Cafe Zupa's. I'm gonna get $17.05 for 5 miles. Alright, I got the beverage that came with the order. I did not forget it. And now I'm just trying to back out of here safely so I can get on over to Cafe Zupa's and pick up the second part of this offer. So 8 minutes, 1.9 miles, and the food was ready at Cubanidad, so there was no waiting. And they put the drink inside with the hot food. So I'm not exactly sure that was the most sensible thing to do. But at least they didn't forget the drink. And hopefully the drink does not get super lukewarm and gross. Back in the car, I was inside of Cafe Zupa's for almost 20 minutes when they finally told me the customer called them and said that they're going to pick up the order themselves. So now I'm on with DoorDash support and letting them know what the customer is planning on doing, and then they just responded and they said, "Allow me a moment," Meanwhile, the Cubanidad Cuban restaurant place, their food has been in this car for almost a half an hour. And I'm sure they're getting real impatient by now, wondering where the hell their food is. It is now 12 o'clock p.m. and I first got this order at 11:15. So it's now been 45 minutes that I have been in this delivery, and I'm stuck. I'm just waiting for DoorDash support to respond to my message, and they just have not responded. So, they said the order has been canceled successfully and you'll get half the pay. Okay, thanks. Now I can proceed. Finally got the response from DoorDash support, so I'm going to get half the pay. It is now 12:02 p.m. and I am now making my way to drop off this Cuban food. So 3-minute drive, 0.8 miles. All right, the order is 2 minutes from here, 0.7 miles. Leave at my door, knock the door, and just leave it there. Thank you. And it's a house. Okay, I'm here in the neighborhood. It's not that much further now. This order took so long, almost an hour to complete, and I'm probably going to end up with probably $12 or $13 for my troubles. Not worth it at all. And I was fishing on Uber Eats to see what kind of offers they were giving. And they were all really good offers. And I was like, God, I wish I could take them. But I didn't know how far this customer was. If I would have known how close they were, I would have taken the Uber Eats offer and then just went ahead and quickly dropped this off and headed back to the restaurants. Oh, well, too late. I'm here now. Let's drop this one off. Hours worth of my time, I got a total of $12. Totally not worth it. Got the next one, it's from DoorDash. I'm gonna get, let's see here. I'm gonna be going to Protein House from DoorDash. $6.50, 2.9 miles. All right, I got the order from Protein House. It's just a smoothie, and now I'm slowly backing out of this parking spot so I don't crash. And then I'm gonna be heading on over to a house 8 minutes from here, 2.9 miles, and it's a leave at the door. Oh man, the traffic is all backed up. This is a terrible day. I'm trying to figure out in my mind how I could have avoided this terrible situation that I got myself into, where I lost almost a half an hour of my time dealing with that issue at Cafe Zupa's. And I think the only thing I could have done was cancel the Cafe Zupa's after 10 minutes, which is what I usually do. But because the money was like $17 for like 5 miles, I didn't want to give up the money for such a short amount of miles. And so I think that's where I went wrong. After 10 minutes, I should have just canceled and made the delivery. Just went ahead and made the delivery, and then I would have been able to, moved on to the next order. And I wouldn't have lost that. I would have only lost 20 minutes of my time. So I would have already delivered probably one more delivery than I'm at right now. But there was no way for me to know which delivery I had already in the car, because I had that Cubanidad, which was only like a mile. The delivery was only a mile away from where I was at. But because I was already in the other delivery, I couldn't see I could only see the delivery for Cafe Zupa's, which was, and I guess I should have inputted that one in. You know what? Now that I think about it, I could have inputted that one into Google Maps, and that would have shown me that that was the one further away, and I would have canceled. I think I just zoned out, you know? I just thought to myself, you know what? It's $17. I just want the $17. I'll wait for however long it takes. And it never dawned on me that the customer would cancel or decide to pick up the order since it was taking so long. Since that's super rare that ever happens. So that's where I got messed up. You know, I lost half of the money for that order, and unfortunately that was the larger of the two orders. Well, this one is not going to make me very much money. It's only $6.50, so that takes me probably up to $18 and change. Not very good. It's already been, well, I'm moving into an hour and a half of my day, and that is not a good amount of earnings for online time. My hourly rate's going to be really bad today. I'm going to be parking probably at that house with the pod on the right, because they're the ones that seem to always order. They're a regular. All right, let's do this. Everybody, today is Friday, October 11th. It's 9:34 a.m. I got an offer from Uber Eats to head on down to Starbucks to pick up a little bit of coffee. $10.45 for 4.2 miles. Order was ready, which was awesome. I'm gonna go 2.2 miles, 6-minute drive. It's a business and it's a meet in the lobby. Temperature is finally cooling down. It is currently 82 degrees right now at 9:43 a.m. So normally on the very beginning of October, the temperature usually dips down and we end up just permanently being in the 70s all October, but it looks like that's not going to happen anymore because of global warming. It looks like we're just going to be about 10 to 20 degrees warmer in the fall, so that's not very good, but nothing we can do about it now. I just gotta live with a new reality, I guess, because it doesn't seem like it's getting any cooler anymore. I'm turning into the business. It's like a veterinarian office, one of these animal care places. All right, I think that's the front door right there. So let's go drop it off. The next one, and this one's coming from DoorDash. I have to go to Great Harvest Bread. I'm gonna get $9 for 3.3 miles. The order was ready, so I just went in there and got it, and then there was some kind of loud announcer that I kept hearing outside here in this mall, and it turns out it's one of those, those fitness boot camps. So it's just some guy, orchestrating the workout for a bunch of ladies. All right, 8 minutes, 3.3 miles. It's a house. Leave at my door. Please ring the bell, and I have a gate code. I'm just about there, and there's a guy in front of me who probably will enter the code, I hope. Unless they're making, oh, is he just making a U-turn? I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't have the code. He's making a U-turn. You bastard. All right, let me enter the code. Okay, the code is entered. Okay, let's see what's going on in this neighborhood. Looks like it's trash day. Everybody's got their trash cans out, and that, for me, that means I'm gonna have a hard time parking in front of the house. That's usually what ends up happening, is they perfectly position the trash cans where I have to throw my hazard lights on and just kind of partially be in front, partially be in the street, and I have to throw the hazard so people can go around me. That's the bad thing about trash day. I think there's nothing positive about trash day. Okay, it's coming up real quick on the right hand side. Is it this one?
The customer requested you leave.
Oh good, the trash cans are perfectly positioned, so I'll be okay.
In the Dasher app.
Time is 11:49 a.m. and I got one from Uber Eats, $12.66 to go to Rachel's Kitchen and pick up 2 orders and deliver to 2 different customers, and I have to drive 4.9 miles. Made it into the Rachel's Kitchen location here at Green Valley Ranch casino area, also known as the district, and I'm gonna try to get parking that's close to the restaurant because I'm picking up 2 orders, and I know that those 2 orders can be really heavy, especially if they ordered smoothies. So I'm gonna try to make the effort to get parking. I probably won't get any because it's almost lunchtime and they have very limited parking that's close to Rachel's. Yeah. There's Rachel's Kitchen on the right hand side, but I don't see any available parking spots. So I guess I'm gonna park in the back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to park in the back. There is no parking. And hopefully I don't have to pick up any smoothies that are really heavy. Let's see what it says. Oh, it's not telling me both orders. It's just telling me one. Shoot, the parking is busy back here too. I got the first order to deliver, going 0.7 miles, 3 minutes from here. It's a business. It's a leave at building reception. And I only have to deliver 1 drink and 1 bag to that particular customer. And then the second customer, I just have to deliver 1 light bag of food. I am pulling into the driveway of the business, and think I've been here more than a few times. The only problem with this particular location is the parking is usually pretty bad. But I want to get close to the door, so I'm going to probably just throw my hazards on and block the, oh wait, here is a parking spot. I totally scored. Problem with the drop off. Now I'm going to be heading over to another business. I think it's a business. Yeah, it's another business. 3 miles from here, 8-minute drive, and it's a meet in the lobby. Please ring doorbell and we'll be at the front desk. The temperature is currently 94 degrees, so maybe it won't hit 100 degrees today for the first time ever. First time in history. And I'm almost there. I've been to this drop off before, and normally I have to park kind of far away. The last time I was here, the customer came to meet me as I was walking towards the entrance to this building. So I've never entered the building before. This will be my first time actually going inside of this particular business. And I guess the door must be locked because they said to ring the bell and then to enter and leave at the front desk. So yeah, let's see what the traffic's. Oh, it's not busy at all today. There's like nobody here. It's a ghost town. Boy, I sure hope it's open. I'm just gonna park. Let's see, I don't want to deal with the speed bumps. Oh, I'll just park over here where this other car is. Maybe they thought this was the right thing to do too. It looks like nobody's here. This is weird.